Yo, what up, nyahas? It's your buddy Philko here, reporting live from Moscow, Russia. Second video for today, still kind of got a headache. But anyway, let's get to what I'm talking about today. This image here is basically like the icon of a song that's out. And I did a video about this before, but I gotta do another one. Of a song that's out called Go Hard Like Putin. And since then, there have been a few other songs that African guys have made. In Russia. I guess they live in Russia, but they're African, and they made songs like the Pro-Putin music, basically. Pro-Putin music, right? Which is their hustle, whatever. I don't knock on anybody's hustle, don't get it twisted. But what's bothering me is everybody keeps fucking sending me these songs, saying things like, oh, you know, Putin's so popular, and oh my god, look, Phil, you gotta get on this song, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Look, African Americans, black people from America, and Africans in Russia, we're brothers. Of course, we're brothers, nothing but love. I love when I see them, I love when they see me. But for some reason, when I say stop calling Africans African Americans, people get offended. And some Africans get offended. I don't know why the fuck they get offended. They shouldn't get offended. But some of them get offended. When I say stop calling, I don't even say stop calling Africans Americans. What I say is stop calling people who aren't American American. That shit pisses me off and it's so fucking stupid. Just because a person's black doesn't mean they're American. You know, it's kind of a brain teaser. Not a brain teaser, it's kind of a brain fuck, mind fuck. I'll teach you what I mean later in the video. So I tell them to stop doing that. And the reason I tell them to stop doing that is two reasons. One, because they're not American. And two, because we're very different. And these songs is exactly what I'm talking about. Now, once again, I'm not hating on these people hustle. They do what they do. I respect them. But I would never do this. Some guy came at me. It was an African guy. He came at me one time. He was on some, oh, you talking about all this pro-Russian stuff, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck are you talking about? When am I pro-Russian? If anything, I'm pro-Russian, girl. Very much so. And that's about it. When do you hear me saying shit like, Russia's better than America? I made a video called Things I Like Better About Russia Than America. But in that same video, I start out in part 2 by saying, even though I'm naming things that are better in Russia about America, I'm American, and to be honest, I'd much rather live in my home. I could not live in Russia. That's what I say at the beginning of the video. So I'm not an ass kisser. You know what I mean? When I was in Russia, and people would ask me my favorite type of women, I always said Ukrainian. Always. For the last 2 years. I'm like, Russian women are beautiful, but my favorite is Ukrainian. That's the kind of person I am. I'm going to speak my mind no matter who's around. Not trying to disrespect you, but I'm going to keep it real. I'm not an ass kisser. So, what I mean by this is the huge difference between black Americans and Africans. This is one difference, because one, black Americans, the vast majority of us, because there's even some fake ass, I'm just saying Blamericans. There's even some fake ass Blamericans who ain't from the hood, they act like they're from the hood. But the vast majority of us grew up in that background, in that style, in that kind of culture. A lot of us grew up in it. I was born and raised Flatbush area. Last years I lived, before I came to Russia, was Queensbridge Projects. I've been around this shit all my life. You know what I mean? So real recognize real. But you will not see a Blamerican, you will not catch a Blamerican making a song that's pro-Putin. That's not gonna happen. We have our own president. We have our own country. We're very different. Now this doesn't mean that we have a problem with Russia. No one has a problem with Russia. When Jay-Z, somebody everybody knows, came out with a track about a president, who the fuck was it about? Young Jeezy, who the fuck was it about? It was about Obama. We have our own president, whether we like him or not. We're not going to jump ship, especially to a country that's even just as powerful as America, or close to the power, whatever the fuck it may be, I don't know. We wouldn't do that, because that's just like turning your back on your country big time. Now maybe if it's a little country, like a little country in Africa, that's different, because, you know, in America it's natural for us to support the weaker people, to support like a weaker country or weaker race or whatever it is, however they see it, you know, the minority. We tend to help the minority. So maybe little countries in Africa and shit we would support, or there was a, what the fuck happened? Obama was quoted. You guys can check this on Google. Obama was quoted saying that he cares more about Africans than Americans, or we should protect Africans more than we protect Americans. He can get away with saying things like that. He can get away with it because a lot of us feel, not saying it's true. Listen if you know English. a lot of us feel that Africa is just this weak continent and they need help, blah, 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 which isn't true. There's a lot of billionaires coming out of Africa, especially Nigeria. Nigerians holding it down. You gotta give the Nigerians a shout out. A lot of billionaires and shit coming out of there, but a lot of people still see Africa as a place where they need help. It's Ebola, it's all this bad stuff, don't go there, nothing but animals, blah, blah, blah. That's how people see it. But I've never been there, and I don't jump to those conclusions. And another example, remember, I made a video 3 days ago. 3 or 2 days ago, I was having dinner with the two cute girls, my boss, and that one chick with the red hair. The one chick with the red hair has a boyfriend. So I go, oh, you have a boyfriend? She goes, yeah. I'm like, cool. Then he calls her and they're speaking English. And I go, oh, wow. You speak English with your boyfriend. Where is he from? She won't tell me. I'm like, what the fuck? Just tell me, where is he from? She wouldn't tell me in front of everybody. She goes, I'll tell you in private. I'm like, why the fuck you gotta tell me in private? It was because he was from Africa. And she was embarrassed. It's fucking stupid. But that's how some people are. And that's not just specifically about Russia. That's about all over. You know, you guys saw the video about in Israel, about them trying to send the Africans back home, telling them to go home, this, and that. All that shit. So what I'm saying by this is, a lot of people look at Africa as a fucked up place when it's generally not. But what I'm saying here is, even with that, even though Africa is not a fucked up place like people think it is, African Americans and Africans are very fucking different. On average, Africans are smarter than us. They're more educated. They're more polite. That's what they are. But in the case of these songs, I gotta just straight up say, I don't know if it's an ass-kissing move or if that's just really how they feel. Because when I listen to the songs, like, it's hard for me to listen to rap music when it's not Americans, because I can't stand accents. I don't like British rap. There's maybe one guy I like. I don't like Irish rap, Russian rap. It's really hard for me to get into it. It's very rare that I like it because I don't like their accents. I just don't like how they sound, you know what I mean? I don't like the accents. But when I listen to the song, it doesn't sound like they were born in Russia. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like they were born in Africa, went to Russia, now they're praising Russia. Which isn't a problem. Not saying it's bad, because maybe where they come from is really fucked up and they really, really like Russia. That's cool. But what everyone needs to understand, and this is the final point about me, is I avoid politics. You guys know that. I don't trust the news. I avoid politics. So when someone sends me a song like this telling me to promote it, I'm not promoting shit. That is politics, and I'm not getting involved. And at the same time, I will never turn my back on America like that. I am American from Brooklyn, New York City. I will never do that shit. Whether I like Obama or not, I cannot support that. You feel me? I'm not against Russia. I'm just not supporting pro-Russian politics. The same way I don't support pro-American politics. I support me being American. I love it. But I don't support pro-American politics because I know both sides lie their ass off. And I say that no matter what country I'm in. Russia and America, they both lie their asses off. So that's basically what I'm saying here. Like, I don't have a problem with these songs, but people stop sending me these fucking songs. Next person to send me one of these songs thinking it relates, it doesn't relate to me. How the fuck, just because they're black, cool, when we're in the street, we're brothers, we protect each other. But when it comes to culture and style, bro, we're completely different. No matter how much you say African American, yo, it's completely different. You guys can go check out the song, listen to it. You can just hear it, how different it is from what we do in America when we spit. It's completely different. And once again, before I go, not saying I have anything against Putin, I'm not pro-Putin, and I've even made videos about Putin. I did. But you know what I avoided the whole entire time? I avoided politics. I said nothing like he's great. I said nothing like he's bad. I said nothing like he doesn't invade Ukraine or something like that. I said nothing like that. I'm sorry, he won't invade Ukraine. Nothing like, I didn't say any of that stuff. I said he looks younger than he is. That's just, you can tell when you look at his face. I said he loves animals. I found that out from Hillary Clinton. She doesn't really like him, so why would she lie and say he loves animals? And I said he never smiles. Those are things I see on my own. They have nothing to do with politics. I did the same thing with Obama. I made fun of the fact that, first I said he was charismatic because he smiles a lot. That's something I can see. There's no politics involved. I said he's whipped because of what his wife did to him when he was talking to the white lady at Mandela's gathering or some shit. I said he was whipped. What was the other thing? I said he was biracial. All those things do not involve politics. None of them is like, yeah, Obama's a great president, I go hard like Obama. Nothing. I avoid politics at all costs, especially when it's on my Russian channel. So that's what people need to understand. I am American, I enjoy Russia, but I'm not about to get on some track or try to make a track or promote a track called Go Hard Like Putin. It's not happening. Maybe one day when American government and Russian government gets along better or something, maybe I can do that, but I will also include Obama in it because I'm American and I love being where I'm from and I'll never turn my back on my country, not a day in my life. So y'all gotta understand that. I don't hate the song, once again, because I know I'm gonna read comments. I know exactly what comments I'm gonna see. Oh, you got a problem with Africa? Never said I had a problem with Africa. You got a problem with Africans? Never said I had a problem with Africans. You hate Putin? Never said I hated Putin. I know what you guys are gonna say. Because when you hear people saying something that isn't the same as how you feel, you automatically think that person is hateful. I've been through this all the time. I go through this all the time. You don't want to hear what it is. You want to respond to your emotions. And this goes for black people of all countries, because black people do this more than anyone else. They like to respond to their emotions instead of being logical, more than anybody else. But I advise, if you're thinking right now, oh, he has a problem with Africans, he has a problem with Putin, he has a problem with Russia, listen to the video again. Watch it over, because you did not pay attention. I might even have to reiterate what I'm saying one more time. In Russia, blacks of all kinds were brothers. We really need each other. Whenever we see each other, we give each other a handshake, and I'll never stop. No matter how much they say they love Putin, I don't care. We'll be together. I avoid politics, so I will not support any pro-Putin songs. I might support a pro-Obama song because I am actually American. I might actually support it, but I wouldn't make one. I wouldn't make a video. I wouldn't make a comment post like Obama's the best president or he's good, he's great. No, because I don't trust the news. But I can't say I won't support a Jay-Z song. I will put up a Jay-Z song because it's Jay-Z. No, he's somebody. You know what I mean? I'll support it. You know what I mean? So I'll admit that. And what else am I saying? I'm saying Africans and Americans, Africans and Blamericans, when it comes to our culture, we're completely different. No matter how much Africans rap, 95, when I say African, I mean a person who's born in Africa, people. A person who's born in America but have African parents, they're not African. They're African in the blood, but they're American. What makes you American is your mentality. So you have to be born there. It doesn't matter what the fuck you look like, it's your mentality. If you're born in America, you speak with Americans every day, you grow up around it, you're American. That's the only way. Fuck what you look like. It's where you're born and where your mind evolved. That's what makes you American. So, difference between Africans and Blamericans when it comes to culture, very different. You hear the music, you can just tell it's different. Not saying one is better than the other, but when people like hear these songs like Go Hard Like Putin or whatever, they tend to think it's on the level of like a 50 Cent track or something. Because like one guy sent me a mail, oh, this song is so popular, Putin's becoming popular. I'm like, dude, only people listen to that are Russian people. You're the only ones listening to that. That's never going to get airplay in America. It's never going to get airplay in Europe. It's just you guys, and that's okay. But don't exaggerate it. I can show you the comment wait, let me see if I can go find this. Let me see what he said exactly. Let me go read this guy's shit. So when I read it, I was like, this dude is out of his mind. Let me go read this. He said, this is his message. He goes, hi Philko, you don't know me, but I follow your videos for a year or maybe two. Don't fix it. Okay. I write to you, ask about your opinion about Putin. Maybe I missed a video you made about it. I gotta send it to him. So just send me the link to it. I'm asking you because I watched a video about comparing Russia and Ukraine. And in my opinion, you missed one interesting trend. Putin is becoming a very popular person, not only in Russia, but over the world. His popularity is growing up every month. So it's gonna be very interesting to know your point of view about him. Stay cool. No. That is not true. That is not true at all. I have nothing against Putin, but he is not becoming popular around the world, especially since this Ukraine incident. No. I'm not saying he's guilty of it. I'm saying he's not becoming world popular. That is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. He's big time in China. He's big time in Russia. He is not becoming world popular, especially because of these songs. He sent me 2 songs from African guys about Putin. And he's using that as evidence that they're becoming popular? Who are these people? No one's going to know these people. No one's going to play these people in any places besides Russia. So, I just want to say one thing before I go. People, just kind of pay attention to the world, not just your own country, because when you pay attention to what's going on in your country and you think that's the world, you fucking up. And this goes for Americans too. Because I've defended Russia not with their anti-gay laws, but I've defended Russia many times when it comes to how the laws on homosexuality. And I know I don't usually get in politics, but I got involved with that one because I understand that one. Gays in Russia, it's not like that. It's really not normal out here. I've defended Russia on that so many times. I said, look, Americans, that's fine for us in America, but the world is not about us. And it's not. The world is not about us. There's another word out there. The world is not about us. There's other people in the world too. I've been saying that for a long time. I've been saying they don't want people being gay in the street. Just let it be. Because odds are, if it becomes popular to be gay, holding hands and kissing in the street, a lot of people are going to get beat. It has to evolve over time in Russia. Let Russia change on its own time. And I've defended Russia on that many times. So what you guys just need to understand is when you listen to me, trust me, I'm a real nigga. I'm real. When I say something, I'm not saying it because I'm trying to spare your feelings. I'm not saying it because I'm trying to be nice. I'm saying it because I feel that's what's real. And if I said something in this video that hurt your feelings, but it's true, that's what I'm talking about. So when you come at me, because I know a lot of you are going to come at me, because if you say anything that's not pro-Africa, when you're speaking about Africa and you're a black person, you seem like you're self-hating, because I know somebody's going to try to take something I said and try to make it look like I have a problem with Africa when I never said anything like that. But I'm waiting for it. Just, if you're going to respond to me and say I have a problem with Africa or I said something negative about Africans, show me the quote in the comments and I will explain it to you. If I said something bad about Russia or Putin, show me the quote when I said something bad about him and I will respond. And that's basically it. So last thing, what I'm saying is Putin's becoming very popular in Russia and maybe China. That's really it. There's not some worldwide popularity for Putin, especially from these songs that nobody from any other developed country is going to know or care about. I'm just being real with you. I'm being dead ass real. I mean, come on, if what's his name? Timothy barely gets attention in America. You think these guys are going to get attention in America or Europe or any other place where you can actually get a lot of money from doing this kind of music? You see what I'm saying? I mean, I know a lot of you Russians may not like the rest, but when it comes to the music industry, we run that shit. When it comes to hip-hop America, we run that shit. It's not really anything till we accept it. It won't be on that worldwide scale until we accept it, because we started it and we're going to finish it. Now, anyone else can rap, that's cool. But don't exaggerate it. Until that shit is accepted in America and some parts of Europe, it's not popular. It's not going to be. Because that's where the money comes from in hip-hop. Mostly America, and of course people buy from around the world, but America's a spot. If you could become a hip-hop artist there, you could be a hip-hop artist anywhere. I'll prove it before I go. Any hip-hop artist from America who loses popularity in America, what do? What is the first thing they do? They leave America. They become rappers in other countries. Onyx. They start performing all over the world, making money there because they can't make money in America. MOP. That's what they all do. DMX. They lose popularity in America, they're still popular all over the other parts of the world. Because if you make it in America as a hip-hop artist, you got it. So once America accepts it, then it's popular. That's when it comes to hip-hop. You feel me? And I'm out, people. Later. With the flow.